All right, I donated some money to this charity in the Philippines. There was a disaster, and that's because I lost money in meme coins and I need to teach myself a lesson while helping others. So when it comes to crypto investing, it's very easy to lose track of the value of money and to reset your expectations and just, ground yourself. It's good to realize money is something. You could have a month's worth of rent, you could have groceries, you could have a nice dinner, you could have a vacation, or you can help some other people out. Now, I just donated to this charity because I support what they do and I like supporting small charities. And please don't reach out to me because I'm going to consider it all spam. But I do donate to small charities just to help them out. And that's because I also want to stay grounded and not lose the fact that there is a lot of money flowing around, especially in crypto. Now, I'm not trying to sound like a person that's better than you by donating to charity, but maybe I am. Maybe you should donate to charity and show me what's up by donating significantly more. Meme coins. They were very hot this last week, and in today's video, we're going to talk about my weekly wins and losses when it comes to crypto investing. Even though the markets did pull back from their all-time highs when it comes to Bitcoin, there were still a lot of different opportunities out there, especially when it came to meme coins and airdrops and a lot of other things. So we're going to go into that in decent detail, but of course this is not financial advice. Don't invest in any of these. You should consider this shilling. These are bags I have that I'm trying to pump, and you investing in it would make me richer, and then I would exit. That's what shilling is. So don't invest in any of these. In fact, you should probably short them. I don't know, but just know that I've been in crypto for 8 years and I'm not super wealthy. I could have been if all I did was hold Bitcoin, but I've learned a lot, and in this video we're just going to go over what I did this week and what I'm looking at for the future. And you can consider this like a weekly vlog of things I'm working on or things I'm doing, just because I don't want to make a full dedicated video on one thing. It's just a whole lot of things. So consider this the trader's journey of how I'm staying poor by investing in all this other stuff. It went well this week. Most weeks, not well. Meme coins. They've been hot lately, and if you've been using Dex Screener, you're a DEGEN. If you don't know what Dex Screener is, it is a site that shows you all the new cryptocurrencies that are being created and what's trending. And within 5 minutes, you can see there are some massive swings. So it can create a lot of opportunities, but if you're a new crypto investor, very likely you are going to get scammed. So don't get involved with this. But I did over this past week, and the beginning of the week was great. I got some decent gains on several meme coins, and I exited my positions just because meme coins are very, very short-term investments, and you have to think, this person randomly made this coin. Are they going to dedicate their life to making sure it succeeds? Very unlikely. Now, I did get rugged on 2 projects that I found on Twitter, and that's my fault. You should not trust strangers online, and I learned that, and you shouldn't just send people money hoping that they send you something more valuable in the future. And I already knew it wasn't going to be a good investment, but I was doing so well on many other meme coins that I thought, all right, I'll dabble a little. I'll take a little bit of a gamble, and I lost some money. And it wasn't a significant amount. It was, maybe a few $100s, if anything, while the gains were more. Now, the problem is, I forgot the value of money and that I shouldn't just invest in garbage, because money is very valuable. You can pay your rent, you can have a decent meal, you can take a vacation, or you can donate to charity. So that's why the video kind of opened with that, just because I really want to reset my expectations. And normally I'm a very frugal person, as you can tell, full value Dan, and I like to get my value, and I try not to really waste money on things, but I did on some meme coins, and it was kind of worth the risk, because you are at the meme coin casino, and it is kind of fun just to be involved with that for the short term. But if you are going to play meme coins, that's what it is. It is very short term, because anyone can make a meme coin, and they can also scam you very, very easily. So don't get involved with that. But if you do, think very short term. Take your gains. I know a lot of people are saying like, oh, I put in $8 and now I'm a millionaire. I was like, are you though? The percentage of people actually doing that is very small. So be very careful there. And that was my meme coin trading for the week. Airdrops. So we're going to talk about a lot more complicated DeFi stuff if you're familiar with it. Awesome. If you're not familiar with it, let me know in the comments and maybe I'll do a tutorial, and that might help you make sense of what I'm doing in the future. Now, EtherFi had an airdrop, and I had 2 accounts staking with EtherFi. One of them, I sold my tokens and converted that to ETH to reinvest in other products. And in the other account, I took my EtherFi and I didn't sell it. Now, I don't know if not selling is going to be a bonus requirement for the Season 2 airdrop, but that's what I'm doing. I'm holding. Optimism had some kind of weird thing in the past for their Season 2 airdrop where if you didn't sell, you got more points for being a holder. So that's what I'm hoping for. And I don't really mind holding ETHFi since they are planning on finding ways to bring value to the token, but it is a small amount that I am willing to risk. And with the ETHFi tokens I sold on one of my accounts, I reinvested that into different pools in Pendle Finance. Now, people found out that you can use Pendle Finance to gain exponentially on your yield for the points. So let's say you have 1 ETH and let's say you buy all the points, you would be getting the points of 13 ETH worth of value. But if it came to the maturity date that was in the contract, then your 1 ETH would be worth 0, but you would have a lot of points. And with the ETHFi airdrop, that turned out to be the way to go because the airdrop was worth way more than the ETH you invested. And since that kind of got popular, the value of these pools went way up. And since I had an investment, I gained 10% in value while gaining a lot of points. So I sold all my different positions. Now, the way Pendle Finance works, just as a quick overview, it splits up your deposit into either the yield token, the LP, which is the liquidity provider that allows you to fund all these different trades, and the principal token. So you'd be either buying the yield and then you have no principal. If it comes to the maturity date, you have $0 or 0 value of whatever the crypto is, or you just buy the principal. And if you get the principal, you just earn a fixed rate, which can be pretty nice. Or if you add liquidity, you also earn a rate that is variable while also earning points. So after seeing the value of these yield tokens go up, I sold. I took a 10% gain while also getting a lot of points in these different protocols, and then I invested into the LP, and that's still going to get me points, and I can exit anytime with no additional staking. You know, I'm going to get points. I still have the principal. It's still all available there. But again, this is crypto, DeFi. One hack, one bad update, everything goes to 0. This is all very risky. Only invest what you can afford to lose. So I took my ETHFi airdrop and then I rolled it into different products here. And since that pumped in price, I took my win there and then moved it from the yield token over to the liquidity providing. And I'm currently getting about 70% APY on Easy ETH in Renzo Protocol and in Zirkit. So I'm participating there. Don't participate because you're going to ruin my APY. But that's what I ended up doing with the ETHFi airdrop. And as for other airdrops, I got one for being a Pirate Nation holder. 6 months ago, I reviewed this game, Pirate Nation, by the Proof of Play team, and I bought 3 NFTs. Now, if you held an NFT for Pirate Nation, you received an airdrop of 1,333 NIM. So I got about 4,000 NIM for holding some Pirate Nation NFTs. And this is a game I play almost every day. It is a fun, casual, turn-based trading card game. Well, not really trading cards. I actually can't show you how to play right now just because the gauntlet is closed, and that happens once you beat the gauntlet for the day. So you can see gauntlet starting soon in 11 hours. That's when I can play the next one because I already beat the one for today. Now, this is a game I actually like playing, which is why I held on to the NFTs for so long. And the NFTs have a floor price of half an ETH, when I started the game, they had a floor price of around 0.08 ETH, so I picked up 3 of those, and just today I sold one just to lock in some profits because there's a lot of attention on it, and it's hard to sell when there's no attention on an NFT project or a token, so I wanted to lock in some profit. So I'm still holding Pirate Nation NFTs, and I think it could be valuable, but it's a very sane community. If you want a lot of potential gains in the short term, you go with an insane community. You go with a community just saying crazy stuff about how it's going to the moon, and they will pump the price for you, but that can be very short term. Pirate Nation has proved to be very good long-term builders. And as for other airdrops, I've been holding some Dappy Gang NFTs. They're building on Solana. They've recently partnered with Olympus, and it seems like there's going to be an airdrop for Dappy Gang holders on 4/4, which is April 4th. So I'm looking forward to that. I bought like 10 of them, and I sold off half. I bought 10 in the bear market, so that could be pretty good. This is just one of the plays I'm doing, and I only bought this because I met one of the guys here in Taiwan, one of the builders, and he kind of convinced me to jump into it, but it wasn't but I didn't have enough confidence to like make a video about it. Looks like I should have. But again, I don't like shilling, because if I say something and just because I like it and it doesn't work out, scammer, automatic scammer. So I want to share this as an opportunity to show you what I'm doing, the opportunities I see, and to sell, to actually take some profits and roll them into other potential opportunities. I don't think you should invest in any of these unless you can afford to lose it all, because that's what crypto is. It is very speculative and very risky. Now, let's talk about some market moves. These are just things I'm doing that I'm trying to play the market to make more money. I could easily lose all of it if I get irresponsible. Now, we did see a drop from all-time highs, and I thought this was an opportunity. So I saw this dip, and I bought some leverage, and then it went even lower, and then I lost more money. So I learned my lesson there. But it still created some opportunities. If you saw my other video on Elixir, where you stake USDC and get exposure to points, I took out that USDC and then I bought some leveraged positions for Bitcoin and Ethereum at 3 to 5x. Nothing too crazy, just because if it does drop more, I don't want to take some big losses. So with this market pullback, I'm still very bullish long term, especially for Bitcoin and Ethereum. And as I mentioned earlier in this video, Pendle Finance was big for points and creating these different opportunities to earn yield for providing certain tokens where they split up the yield and the principal, and you can earn by trading that. A little complicated, but a lot of value, a lot of demand. And I saw this dip. This was like in the last week. We saw this dip in Pendle Finance, and I decided to buy that dip. So I got in at 250, and it's now at 364 with 7x leverage on Binance Futures. So pretty good. Very happy about that trade. I've also set up some stop losses just in case anything happens there, just because I want to lock in some profit. But I have no idea how high it can go, because there is a lot of market demand for their service, as you saw earlier with the whole points trading. Now we're jumping into my crypto watch list. Now, this is not something I'm endorsing. Don't invest in any of these. I want you to come up with your own decisions and opinions. I don't invest in all of these. These are different projects that I'm just watching for maybe different market trends. Maybe I'm looking for different opportunities that may appear, but I don't have a position in all of these. I may have had a position in the past, but maybe I sold it because this is crazy. You should not have this many holds. But I do hold a lot of real-world assets, and those are things like Ondo Finance and Maple, and they did pretty well over the last 7 days, with Ondo getting 64% in gains and Maple for 45%, so I'm pretty happy about that. if we're looking at the losses over this last 7 days, I held some Peng at the start of it because there was a lot of hype, and I sold it all. I got my gains, sold it all, was happy. That was one of the meme coins I'm holding. Not endorsing it. If you're investing in meme coins, you go with the hype, you go with the trend, and you go for the short term. Had some crypto moons that I just haven't sold. It's just not convenient to sell. As far as other things I'm holding a little bit of Donut, and that's because it's inconvenient to sell. And those were kind of my biggest losses. I didn't really get hit too much. BitTau or BitTensor, that is something I've been watching. I've been getting a lot of hype from CH Egan over at BitGet to get involved with it. He's going to have a video on that soon. So if that video is good and builds up some hype and it's something that I see a lot of demand for, I might take a position in that. I have some Solana, which has been performing well against meme coins just because people are trading back to Solana. It went down 9% over the last week, which isn't that bad for crypto. But that's just to sum up. Over the last week, real world assets did pretty good. I think I'm going to make a video on real world assets soon. Let me know if there is something specific you want to know, or if something that you think would be more interesting than real world assets. It is a boring sector, but when it pumps, they all pump. And as for my worst and best investment, it's DEGEN. So I got a lot of the DEGEN token and sold about 0.002. It dropped to 0.001 and just pumped 12x. Yeah, that hurts, because I sold the DEGEN token to buy other meme coins and NFTs on base chain, and those have not performed as well. I really should have just held the DEGEN token. And the reason the DEGEN token has been going up in price was because people are building a lot of different products and services around the DEGEN token. And it is fully decentralized, and people are also expecting it to get listed on Coinbase, which isn't unreasonable. That could happen. And yeah, I bought more DEGEN a few days ago. So I'm holding DEGEN. I'm pretty optimistic about it, but there's no guarantees. Meme coins, they come and go. So I am taking on that risk. I don't want you to take on risk that you can't afford to lose, so don't buy anything. Now let's go over future projects that I'm looking at or maybe getting involved with. And one of those is Drakaria, and the team behind this is Dragonchain. So they are building this NFT project that is all blockchain based, and there is a 2-hour video explaining most of it, not all of it, but most of it and how it works. I think it's pretty interesting. I don't know how well it will do because, you know, there's limitations on what they can do as a US-based company. They don't want to get sued by the SEC. And there's other things like marketing. That they're not going to build out a Discord. You have to use Den Social, which is a Dragonchain product. But if you had to create an account for every project you're involved with rather than a Discord and just getting into everything one click, it creates more friction. And more friction makes it more difficult for you to grow your community. So I think that's a drawback. Now, the funny thing is, you know, he mentions at the end, it's like, yeah, I think people have been telling me to start a Discord, which is me. Like, I'm one of the people. And the other two are like, nah, don't do that. Don't start a Discord. But, you know, you're asking like older people. So if your demographic is the people like them, sure. But I don't think those are the type of people to get involved with NFTs and just start things. So, yeah. If this video wasn't too negative, they might be giving me some whitelists for the full value Dan community. I will provide those for free to people that are interested. Follow Drakaria World if you want to get involved. And let them know full value Dan sent you, and we'll get you on one of the whitelists. And as for the prices, I have no idea. We'll see what they are in the future. If it's a reasonable price, yeah, I'll probably pick one of these up. And as for Dragonchain, you know, there's still the lawsuit that might get dropped in the summer. There's just rumors about that. I don't know enough to make any more financial decisions on that, but I am still a Dragonchain holder. As for more projects I'm involved with, and this is clearly shilling, so that's why you have to do your own research and look for the potential. And if you don't have an answer and you're uncertain, that just means do more research. And if you don't come up with an answer, then maybe it's not for you. So I have invested in Canza Finance. This was recommended to me by a friend. So I got in on their KOL round, which means I bought for less than whatever the market price is going to be when it becomes available. So you can expect some content about Canza Finance in the future. It might be something you want to get involved with early for any kind of potential opportunities to be an early user. I don't know for certain. So that is just something to look at, as well as Buk Protocol, BUK. Initially, it was called Buk Trips, which focused around hotel reservations, and that has really evolved more. You know, Polygon is a backer. The man behind it was part of Polytrade, which is another thing I've invested in and still am holding because they've been doing well. And they're building a Buk Protocol, a modular infrastructure for all assets that expire, dynamic real-world assets. What does that mean? It means a lot of things. So, you know, hotel reservations, flights, concert tickets, anything that, you know, is a real-world asset that can expire. I guess it can be even food, but it is, you know, a marketplace of different things. It's the easiest way to think about it is like hotel reservations. Like hotel reservations last minute can be very high, and, you know, sometimes canceling it is there's no cancellation. Where you book this trip, it's very expensive, something came up, and you have to take a full loss. But with Buk Protocol, it would kind of be like something you can resell. It's kind of like how concert tickets can be resold with like StubHub. So that's what they're building for hotels. And as someone who is into miles and points, I love this. I'm all about this. Because maybe I can get some credit card points, some credit card spend from buying trips speculatively, trying to resell them. And even if I resell them at cost, just gaining the points is great. It's great for me. And then hotels, they still get the bookings, they still make money. There's less guesswork in the future whether or not they're going to make money. Like the reservation is sold and it's in the hands of someone else now. So Buk Protocol is something I'm actually very excited about. I'm shilling it clearly, but it might be another protocol for you to get involved with early. And they do have a Galaxy campaign. So I'm going to leave the links for the campaigns where you can potentially get involved early, just because that is an opportunity without you having to risk any capital. And then we have Flare Network. So I will be working with Flare Network in the coming weeks. I'm going to be making them content and reviews. And, you know, they're really starting to ramp up their marketing. Obviously, paid shill, yes. But I give very balanced reviews on how to use things and opportunities. And, you know, it's always going to seem biased, especially if it's sponsored, but I'm going to be very upfront about these sponsorships. So if you're looking for these opportunities to get involved early for any of these campaigns, I'm going to leave links to them in the description. All right, that was a lot, but for myself, that was a lot easier to make this video than a full detailed review and go through the editing, because these are things I know already rather than having to dig into the details and lay out every single point. I know we can deep dive into any of these topics. Let me know in the comments if there is something specific you're interested, or just have like a quick question, and I can answer that either with a comment and a reply, or I'll make a dedicated video. It's just making content is a lot of work, and I really like just reading Twitter and Farcaster, seeing what's going on, what I can get involved with, and just jumping into all these different opportunities. It's airdrop season. There's a lot that you can get involved with no cost, especially with all these Galaxy or Zeely campaigns. And if you don't have a lot of capital to invest, absolutely get involved with those, because you can be rewarded at no cost. So I hope this video was somewhat helpful. Don't invest in any of these. Just think about it as a starting point of like, all right, this is what Dan's doing. This is his technique. Here are the flaws. Pick out the flaws. If you see only gains in what I'm doing, then no, I see a lot of risk everywhere. So I'm trying to be careful. You know, if I'm using leverage, I am using stop losses, not for 100% of whatever I'm investing, maybe it's like 20%, 20%, 20%. There's a lot of different ways to de-risk your positions. And, don't forget the value of money. Money can help people. And if you take a loss, donate to charity. Do something like that. Show me that Dan doesn't donate anything. Donate more than me, and you be the alpha. Yeah. All right. With that, I hope you got some value. Let's have some value for today.